Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone is doing well. We have our course are back in our 52 parks project. We're doing park 50 today. We only have 2 left. So exciting. And Spencer had the idea for a second stadium in the city, which I'm on board with. Now, we already have a baseball. The one that Spencer wanted was football, so I think that's a very reasonable. And we have a great little spot for it, actually, right back over here. I think in this area would be great for a stadium. So I think that's where we're going to put this, right back in here. Hello, Michaela. Hello, hello. Hello, No Mercy. Hello, Steve. Hello, Shannon. Hello, Chris. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. All right, so we're going to sneak because there is this transit park right here, and this does have a tram road around it, so that would also be very nice connecting into a stadium. So I think this is a really good location. Just for the moment, let's just put down a road. And let's go find the sports stadium. No, not that one. The one that we're looking for is in the sports pack here. Is this the one? The Copper Bowl? No, that's not the right one. Ah, this is it. The Medium American Football Stadium. This is pretty small. I mean, compared to the other ones, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll have to do some terraforming here. Maybe since it's small, we could also do like a soccer field, or what other people would call football. Hello, Jackie. I'm sorry you're being forced to watch some strange lady building stuff. Happy to have you here. Okay, being that that's small, I think let's oh, there's an interesting mound here. This kind of makes me want to utilize this. What if we just... This is something from the original map maker. So let's actually take this height and smooth this out and give ourselves... So maybe it is up on a mound. So maybe it just is the one stadium. That could be interesting. Let's just put that there. Let's see. Put this here. I'm gonna get rid of this road. Let's look at our contour lines and let's move this right in the middle. That looks pretty close to the middle. Okay, so then what we'd want to do, we are going to want some parking, although there's the public transportation. So maybe We really lean into that. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to scooch this back a little bit. And then what we're going to do is do a slope here. That's actually not too bad. Let's just do a dirt road for planning purposes for right now. Let's line this up with the entrance there. How's that looking? That looks pretty good, actually. So maybe what we do is just really formalize that this is like, we could make, we could actually make this a pedestrian road here and really formalize the fact that it's, you know, you come and you get your public transportation, right? We've got this big transit hub here. And because I like that, I like that this area is so hilly, and we've worked with that terrain in this area. So I kind of want to keep doing that. Yeah, what would this look like if we did a pedestrian road here? I mean, I'm sure it would be like if we did a nice fat one with some trees. Actually, that looks pretty cool. Little surface painter there. I think that would be nice. Well, the nice thing with this pedestrian road is service vehicles still work on it. So, you know, you could get garbage picked up, ambulance, police, fire, all that stuff. So that would work. And this is a park. So, and it's kind of a nice difference from our other stadium that we did over here, where we did like a massive amount of parking, and this, you know, our metro, or yeah, the subway. So it's kind of nice to have something a little different. And this is so plugged into public transit. I'm actually okay with it. I think we lean into it. So it'll be something a little different too. We've already got this path here. I wish I could upgrade this, but I know I can't because it's built into the asset. But let's just take our regular road then. A regular path. I would like to bring this all the way around. I'm going to take all of these guidelines off. Bring that to there. Bring that to there. We'll use some surface, with the paths and surface painter are not going to work though. Well, we can use some textures there, I think. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. Let's get ourselves a nice curve here. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that this is kind of up on a hill. Yeah, we could make this work. We could make this work. Hello, Greg. Hello, Bobble. Welcome on in. We're putting a stadium on a hill. Greg, brace yourself. No parking. Just prepare yourself. Leave now if this is going to distress you. This is a pedestrian access stadium. We've got the tram right here, though, okay? And whenever, for whatever reason, if someone builds in this area, they can do what they want, you know? There's lots of opportunities for someone to add to. Just brace yourself for today, okay? It's going to be all right, I promise. Greg is freaking out right now. It's zero parking. Yes, zero parking. Because here's the thing. We've actually got a lovely hill that the map maker built into the map intentionally in this area. And it's like such a lovely view. And it's done so nice. And also, remember on this side of the map, we really leaned into, you know, working with the topography in this area. So I really don't want to mess with this. I like this very much. I think the thing that we can do too, being that we're creating a park space, is that, I mean, how fun would it be to do, like to treat this as a whole, this whole area here as like a park. I know we're building a park, but what I mean is like a recreational park space with some like nice windy paths. Also, like, would this not be like, I've said this before in this area, but this area is like perfect for sledding hills and stuff too. So, you know, anyways, so no parking. Hello, Matilda. Welcome on in. Nice to see you. Okay, so what I want to do here is figure out how to nicely, because Surface Painter is going to be funky with these paths. We know that. But I think potentially, yeah, this is so nice. I'm wondering if we could bring in a little tile work here, and then just a little landscaping as well, maybe. Let's just try. Let's try and see what it looks like. If it looks horrible, we'll try something else. But I think we could make something work here. Yeah, like this texture is fairly close. It's a little different, but it's not bad. I wonder if it's actually not bad. We just I feel like this is not straight in. You see this? I want it to be straight this way, so I think we redo this a little bit. I'll be much happier if this is like straight. Like, I need to take this back for a second. It's coming off of that angle just a little bit. I'm going to turn all this off for a moment. That's better. Okay, that's better. This will just take a little bit, but I think we could, I mean, I know we can make this work. So just bear with me, everyone, while we blend this out. These tiles just shift ever so slightly when you place them. See, that time it shifted up instead of down. That's okay. See, this is one of those things where I get a little bit jelly of Cities Skylines 2 because they have the way that they do textures in that one is so great because you just like pull it out to where you want the texture to be. But the thing that really bothered me with that, and I don't know if they fixed this, maybe you guys know, you can let me know in the comments. The thing that bothered me was like you would do all the work to like pull all the textures, and then for the building upgrade, all the textures would just disappear. Craig says his Jackie chained to the wall. Hello, Blue. Welcome on in. Nice to see you. We have to give Spencer some credit. They're the ones that picked this one. Oh, no, we're not close enough to the road. Hold on. There we go. So that is what we are dealing with at the moment. If I bring this right to the edge there, that's going to look nice. And then here, let's go back and grab this now that we see this texture is going to work. Let's bring that in. Excellent, excellent. Okay. I might have to change that path a little bit, but maybe not. Let's see if we can get this to look nice and clean. That's not bad. And I know this texture isn't exact, but it's kind of pulling some of the same colors there. Oh, I just had it, and this is a very exciting live for Jackie. She's like, what are you guys watching? What is happening? Okay, that's gonna frustrate me a little bit too much, I think. All right, let's start with a little easier bit and then we'll try to fill those in. Again, this is the point where it's like, wouldn't, ooh, maybe I actually come all the way down to here. Wouldn't it be nice if we had things like in City Skylines too? Where it's the nice little texture. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing again. Sorry, guys. We're getting it. We're getting it. It will look nice, especially like from a distance. It's gonna look nice. And actually, I wonder. Let's put an extra there. It's a little funky, but we've got it. We've got it. There we go. And from far away, looks really clean. And it actually doesn't look too bad close up either. Hello, Nomus. Welcome on in. We are making a stadium park with no parking. We're gonna see how Greg handles it. Anywho, no, I think this is great. We're right off the tram stop. And actually, this could even be a pedestrian tram road. But then we would have to worry about stopping a place to turn around. I just don't want to do that. This is just going to be a pedestrian road. And the tram stops down here. Okay. This is nice. So we are on this really lovely hill that the map maker created. So I think what we do is, I did this once before. I did this, when did I do this? I did this before in Skyline 6 when I did my planned community when I did like my super planned community, and there was like a big hill to the side, and what I did on that one, which I really liked, is I had like a path that was like on the top that was like short and easy, but then I had a longer one down by the bottom and really just focused on recreation. And you know, you could see someone deciding, oh, I'm going to do the short loop or I'm going to do the long loop. But that was, I don't know if any of you remember that. So I think that's what we do here. I think what I do is grab the nature reserve path with decorations because it'll have lights on it. And the tricky part is going to be, wait, isn't there a way to have contour lines on? I feel like objects. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. I feel like there's a way to put contour lines on, or maybe that's just a mod for that. Hello, hello, welcome on in. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad. Thanks, Jackie, for watching along. All right, Greg, that's enough. We don't need to scare Jackie away. Next project, building the 52 towns around the 52 parks. Well, maybe. Maybe, Chris. Maybe, Chris. Maybe a project for somebody. Okay. Man, I thought there was a way to have contour lines on all the time, but that's okay. Blue says, why are stadiums so cool? Because every seat has a fan on it. Ha 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 ha. That's a good one. So what I'm going to do is we can just follow this line right here. I think it'll turn out okay. So we're going to come right from here. I'm actually going to turn all of these off. Actually, let's go straight for just a moment. And then curve. Let's check and see how this is going. Oh, perfect. Okay. So then I think we just kind of follow this around. And I'm wondering about where does... Okay, let's do this. Let's give ourselves a few guidelines here. that's at the right. Yeah, if we, okay, let's do this then. Let's give ourselves a few guidelines. And then I think, oh, this needs to come down a little bit more. Yep. Just made that much easier for ourselves. And then we're going to take these out. Oh yeah. This one's much farther down. Just gonna eyeball this from here. Let's see how we did. Oh, pretty good. Okay. So we've created a recreational walking path that is not too long. There's a short one around the stadium too. Now I am thinking that actually what I want to do is use a different I don't think I actually want to use this path. I think I'm going to use the university path with decorations. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Something's happening. We're going to carefully move this along. This is going to help make this look a lot better anyways. There we go. Getting rid of our little awkward curves here. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, that's really nice. And we've got a little, we'll have a little wiggly. Little wiggly is good. Okay, so you have a park space that's got the stadium. You've got a short little walking path around that, but then you've actually got this really nice larger recreational path that you can do, which I think is really nice. Yeah, I had to bring my fan out this week, which is actually really nice. I'm like ready for some warmer weather. Okay. It's like the beginnings of a park. We've got our two big things down. We got our stadium and our recreational path, but now I actually need to design the park. So I think now with the stadium, it would be really nice to have I wonder if we should do a yeah, this really is kind of like a community park versus stadium. I mean, it is a stadium, but it's pretty low key, you know? It's not like the giant stadiums. So I think that's good. But that means I think we need to think about providing like a food truck park and a restroom and things like that, because it's just kind of the field and seating. So I do think we need to think about that. So let's go here. We do have some nice flat space here, so I think that will work. So if we think about giving ourselves some nice park space on either side, and then that's also where we can kind of attach into the path a little bit too. I think that'll be really nice. Okay. And we've already been using those tiles, so I think we use those tiles again. The thing is, do I bring a pedestrian road? Like, what would that... Or do I do all props? Thoughts. Lots of thoughts here. I think it would be nice to have a pedestrian road. Let's just see. I mean, the lovely thing is, if we do it and we don't like it, we can delete it. Let's grab the smaller version of this. Let's do the trees in the middle, I think, or maybe just flat. If we were to come I want to give myself a little bit of a guideline here. That's not bad. That is not bad. And then we can do the same thing here with the tiles, just to kind of bring that in and blend that in to look nice. And then what we can do is take a nice pedestrian path here and connect into here up the hill. So that gives us some nice space to work with there on that side. And then we can do the same on the other side here. Yeah. So we'll come, yeah, I do want to give us a nice, okay, that works. We can scooch this up a little closer. Yeah. And then, yes, this gives us the opportunity, and then this is where we connect in here and here to our other path. Then we can do places to eat, restroom, maybe even like a little sports bar, situation. I think that'd be really nice. The thing I want to do here is actually change that out. So the trees will be here and then all this will be open. Okay, I think we have something we can work with here. Greg, what are you typing? All your messages are being deleted, unless you're deleting them yourself because you're struggling with your keyboard. What's happening? Okay. Slow start today, everyone. I apologize. Slow start. Yeah, normally I have more of a plan, but you know, I'm always happy to do. By the way, where's Spencer? This park is for him. Or it was his idea, I should say. A pedestrian parking lot. Well, we will do some bicycle parking. I think that'll work really well. We can definitely do some bike parking for sure. All right, well, let's figure out what we want in this area. Definitely lots of places I think to eat is going to be really important. And I like the idea of having like a little sports bar. I think that'll be really fun. So let's just take a look-see. Now there is yeah, my favorite cafe here. I'd rather have this facing the stadium though. So we'd want to do that on the other side. Oh, it'll work this way. Okay, that could be interesting. If we just push this up to here. Oh, I do like that. Okay, and we can do some surface painter here. Make this look nice and tidy. Theoretically. Okay, I like that there. That's very nice. And you know what we can do right here is we could do Larry's little bicycle parking right here. That would look really nice alongside of the cafe. That's gonna look really sharp. Yes, yes, yes. We're just gonna put this here. We're gonna move it and bring this over here. I'm gonna line this up just like so. Perfect. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, so you've got the nice bicycle parking and a little extra seating on this side. Fantastic. Okay, it's a good start. And that's a nice view too. If you're coming up here, got the stadium and the nice cafe right there. That looks very nice. Okay. All right, let's see, sports bar. There are a few that we have that we can pick from. And they all look really good on a corner. So I think we should decide between the two. So there's this one here. There's this one. And then there's also this one. This looks nice on a corner, but I like the look of this one better, and it kind of like matches the cafe a little bit more. So I'm keen to go with this one here. Yeah, I do like this. Okay, and then if we can kind of give this some space and move it up. And then what we could do is we can do the bicycle parking again here, actually, because we're going to have food trucks elsewhere. I was saying we could do the food truck asset, but I think I like the idea of having like all this copious amounts of bicycle parking on either side. I think it's going to look really nice. Okay, we can scooch this over a little bit more. Bring this back. Little surface painter. Actually, let's bring this right up to there. Oop. Okay. Oh gosh. I love that we talk about food. It's making me hungry though. You just had ice cream? Nice. Pizza. Okay. Okay, this is looking really nice. Of course we need to, I left all the vanilla trees that the map maker put here, so I'm not going to change those out, but definitely we're going to change out our trees here. That's nice. Let's just go with those. Okay, so we've got our sports bar. We have our cafe. I do think definitely an area for some food trucks is going to be really nice to have. That will be props and hand placing though. But that's going to be really nice. And I mean, even, yeah, we'll see where that goes. Chris says, let's all meet up at Steve's and have bot roast. Yeah, that sounds great. The other Jeff is here. Hello. Haven't seen you in a long time. Good morning. Nice to see you. Okay. All right. So now, the other thing that we're going to be able to do now that we have the pedestrian roads is we could actually bring in, oh, that might be interesting. Let's look at, we've got, this park with palms is huge, but I'm just kind of wondering, it would probably not, I don't know if I want to put that there. There is, oh, here's the other thing I was looking at. So these tourist parks are nice. And I'm definitely going to put in one of these. It's big. It does take up a lot of space, but, and I think I want to move this around. But the nice thing is there's this one here. And to me, that's like, this has like the community kind of vibe to it because it's like everyone comes and sets up their little, you know, stands. You know, maybe they're selling stuff to support their team or the kids are doing something. You know, it has that, it's more of a community feel than anything else, which I do like. So I'm wondering, can I sneak this over here? That's actually not bad. I need to move this way a little bit. And we would need to, I'm okay with these trees being on kind of like this grassy part there. That's pretty nice, actually. You got all the little stuff that you're selling. Or, I mean, if we just did it this way, yeah, it's not going to be happy, even though it's right next. Oh, there we go. Oh, it does. This is kind of protruding into that road, though, so I don't want to see something outside. The other thing is putting it this way at the end here. Which also wouldn't be bad. These trees kind of line this path a little bit here. I don't know, I'm not opposed to that. Looks a little cleaner. Oh yes, I was talking about the Sheep Detective movie that's coming out. I'll wait for streaming, of course, but I was saying it from what I saw in the previews, it was giving me very much like a Babe vibe, like just like a feel-good animal movie, which who doesn't love a feel-good animal movie? Hello, Anna. Hi. Hello, nice to see you. Hello. Okay. I mean, I'm just not sure about this here. I will say that. I kind of like the idea of it being kind of more open to the stadium potentially. But also we can't have like trees in the middle of the road. So that's not going to work, fortunately. Oh, it will work here though. That's kind of interesting behind the sports pub. That's actually not bad. That actually feels like purposeful now. Okay, I actually like this here. How much is this intruding here? That tree is encroaching a little bit. Let's see if we scooch this back just. Ooh, and then it doesn't want. Okay, well that works. Let's not mess with it. Okay. That makes me happy. That's looking nice. All right, now there's also the Sidewalk Cafe, which I think if we use Move It. Ooh, what if we put, oh, that's an interesting thought. Put that here, we can connect into the path there. I think this is the right variation. Yeah, kind of like this low. I do wonder if we can get, is it always green or are there different colors on this one? I feel like, no, it's just gonna, oh, there's red. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Okay, this is good because then we can just connect right up into there, which is very handy. And this like sits really nice here. Okay. Yeah, that feels very nice. Okay. It's coming together. Yeah, well, Greg, don't give us any spoilers for the Sheep Detective movie, but definitely let us know. Give us a thumbs up if it's fun. I'm sure it is. Okay. So what else would we want in here? Just gonna scroll. Oh, there is this other. So this would be an interesting choice as well. It would fit with Move It. This is like such a funky looking building. But you know what? It definitely has the vibe of like a little community building. You know, like a place where kids would go to do some arts and crafts projects. Or maybe you could like rent out for a birthday party. It does like kind of have that vibe. So I think like in this community space, I think it makes sense to have this kind of community building. And it's got this also this nice entrance in the back right onto our path, which I really like. Yeah. And then we can just move that over just so like that. Yeah. Okay. This is a nice selection here. Okay, so then we just have to figure out so I think maybe in here is where we do maybe, but maybe also the food trucks might be nice if we kind of place them right in here with like some, if we did some tiles with the food trucks up here, that might actually be really nice. Okay, let's do that for the food trucks. So we've got a little space here. So what have we got here? What else do we want? Let's go back into our park space here. Carousel's too big. That would be really nice to have something like that though. I wonder, oh, is the one in here smaller? Hold on. Could we use the one from the amusement park? I feel like that would fit. Maybe with some movement, potentially. Oh, this is not gonna, it's not gonna work on a, we would have to, that's the problem with this one. we would have to put down a path and actually make this like a park space, which we could do. Like, I'm not opposed to that. Because essentially what we'd have to do is we'd need to put a little path here. And then what we would have to do, oh, this would be really tricky though. Which side is the entrance? I'm gonna have to replace this again. Hold on. Let's see if we can even do this, because what we would have to do, we would need to pull through some actual little park space to make this work. I mean, it's not impossible. I've done something like this before, but that's pretty tight. Is this, this is a park? Okay. If we stole a little bit from this park, oh, this is going to be really tight. We would need to come right down into there. Oh, well, let me redo this. See, we have not painted our, and then we would have to do pedestrian. Yeah, see, that's not gonna work. It is kind of too tight of an area, unfortunately. But that's okay. We'll figure out something else for there. It's just too small. Because we need to give this all pedestrian. But that's okay. That's okay. I wonder if there's another small, oh, you know, there's probably a good pedestrian plaza that might fit here. There's the ice cream, that's too big. Little food truck is too big. Yeah, these are all. Oh, you know, maybe with Move It. Oh, I wonder if we can. It would be cool to have the ice cream. I feel like we could finagle this in here. Oh, we definitely can. Yeah, we just let those trees line up there. And we even still have room too. Oh, that's perfect then. Who doesn't want some ice cream? That's great. And then you still have like a nice peekaboo view through to the stadium too, which I really like. You know, we've got all this landscaping here, but we'll keep this part open. Okay, that'll be really nice. Greg says, well, I gotta buy. Enjoy your movie. Have so much fun. Okay. I think now we have really created a space that's going to be amazing for the community. And yes, you take public transit here. Like, what a fun place to come. And also, Like this is a sports field, but you could see the community like using the field for other things when needed, you know? So that's gonna be really good. Okay, so the thing we have to do here is the not fun thing that doesn't look good, but you know what we'll do is we're gonna, because this needs to be its own transit, so I'm going to sneak this here. We are going to then pull this over. Beautiful. All right, we are going to run this for a hot minute so all these little icons disappear. Lovely. Perfect. Okay, let's get down our food trucks. I think they would look really nice down here. We could do some of this tiling right along here, I think. Or maybe we don't. Yeah, I think the tiles would look nice, especially since I want to like line in the tiles here. Okay. Let's just I'm gonna put these lined up like this, and then what I'm gonna do is just move this back a smidge, and then right here we can just carefully use Surface Painter, and then yeah, we can do some landscaping there to make that look nice too. We'll figure it out. Yeah, actually this is gonna work out really nicely for little food trucks here along the stadium. Okay. All right, and then what I'd like to do here is we come right from there. Oh, that's nice. I do like that. I don't know if I like these here. I think maybe we could just do some nice landscaping through there to make that look nice and clean. Okay, let's grab our food trucks from Larry. So we've got our Frank's fish sticks. We've got our, yeah, we might need to make this a little bit bigger, but that's okay. Yeah, because we want to put in some little couple little places to sit. That's okay. We should actually bring this all the way up to the corner here. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. And then we have our third truck. Which is Teddy's Chicken. Beautiful. Yeah, I think this is a great place for the food trucks. Yeah, this is really nice. Okay. And we can do some nice little landscaping in here. Yeah, this is going to end up looking really sharp. Okay. Let's grab. Now I'm obsessed with these and I just use them everywhere because they're fantastic. It's not about a lot of seating here because most people are just gonna order the food truck and go into the stadium. But I think just in case, it's nice to have a little bit of seating. Yeah, not much, just a smidge, just a smidge. Okay. All right, now public restrooms. We're definitely going to need that. We're going to need lots more landscaping. Yes. Truck tailing. That's right. Yeah, because you know, there is no there's no tailgating at this concert because there's no cars allowed. Okay, this is fun. All right, so public restroom. I think we do one on each side, and honestly, that'll just help make these look really nice too. So I think we just make that work. Yep, right like that. Teeny tiny bit of surface painter here just to clean that up. Perfect. Oh, that's great. Okay, love that. And I don't want to block any of the view here. We've got all this nice seating, but I think we can sneak in. We pop this here and then use move it. We can definitely put this restroom right up here. Kind of let it back up to this wall here. Oh, perfect. Okay. And we can go ahead and let this line up to that path there as well. Okay, fantastic. So we have a stadium that's accessible by trams. We've got lots of bike parking. We've got a lovely cafe, a sports bar. We have a second cafe. We have kind of like a little community center. We have an ice cream shop, restrooms, and food trucks. So now I just think we need lots of lovely landscaping just to make everything feel so nice and come together. And again, reminder, this is a tropical map. So I do think I might lean into that a little bit, being that this asset and this asset do have these palm trees. So I think I'm going to pull that through a little bit. But yeah, this is going to be good. Okay, give me a hot second. I'm going to heat up my tea, and then we'll dive in and do all the landscaping. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really pretty park. Okay, I'll be right back. Bobble, you're so right. It really does. It does. That's too funny. Powell says if you look at the stadium at the top and the little road leading up to it, it looks like a dude going, yeah. Yeah, the side roads are his arm. Yep. That was on purpose. No, it wasn't. But that's fun. Too fun, too fun. Okay. All right, let's just start right down in this little spot with some landscaping. So we are going to pull through. These are palm trees I don't use often. So, oh, I'm perfect. We got a little guy. Let's go ahead and use them. Okay, and then can we go in here and grab I really want that to be right there. I wonder if we do. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. To move that. Not a fan of that. You know what we could do though? This is too big here for that. Too big, too big. That little corner is gonna bug me, and I can't use Surface Painter because of the path here. It's gonna be all kinds of funky. I wonder if, oh, here we go. It's like if I position it just right, it'll kind of cover that a little bit. Okay. It's the little things. It's the little things. Okay. I'm not going to be able to do anything with this because that's an asset, so that's fine. That's going to stay just the way it is. This all looks nice. I don't need to do anything with that. There are a few little funky lines in here. Surface Painter. I don't think I can really do anything about them though. But we could do like a little bit of landscaping right there. Just a little bit. Nice. You can pull through a little flower. Yeah, actually that looks really sharp. I like that. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Lovely, lovely. I think, yeah, we could definitely do a little bit through here, just to kind of like taper off in this corner. Oh, we should do the big one in the small one here. The big one there. That's nice. Okay, I like that. Lovely, lovely. All right. And we'll do this back part once we figure out how to detail in between these spaces. But let's finish up around the stadium. Okay, so we can only do this little corner here, which is okay. I think we can make it look good. We'll go as far back as we can. I think we'll blend in here as well. Lovely, lovely. want a small one. There we go. Perfect. Okay. That's starting to feel like purposeful landscaping. And again, I don't use these palm trees often. They're not my total favorite, but since they're in two of these assets, I'll just lean into it. Okay, so like I said here, I really like the idea of not having anything else obstructing the view of the stadium here, so I don't actually want to put landscaping here. Surface painter will not work here because of this path though. So that's not going to work. So I think I have to just deal with this being green, or we could do tiles. Oh, but we can't even do tiles all the way up to there, so there's kind of no point. So I think we just, yeah, I think we just let this area right in there be a green space. Not my preference. I think it would be nice to have some sort of landscaping, but I think that's what we go with. And then in that case, I think what I'd like to do is actually bring this so it connects up into that. And we just deal with that. Okay. The funky. Now we've all got that song stuck in our heads for sure. Take Me to Funky Town. This stadium is a little bit funky though, you know? It really is. In a good way. In a good way. Okay, so now the question is how do we detail in between here? And I think I'd like to do some not like dense detailing because I want you to be able to see through to everything. But I think we do some nice clusters, and we're definitely going to change the tree on this road or on this recreational path. Now I have, there's this tree, which I do really like for pedestrian paths because it does give a lot of nice shade, but it's low profile. And it kind of blends in with a bit of the tropical of it all and kind of these palm trees a little bit. So let's go with it. At the end, if we feel like it's not the right fit, we can always change it out. But I do like it because this is a tropical map and this is providing lots of nice shade for one's walk. And then what I think we do is we just do little clusters kind of like in between. Yeah, so let's start here at the corner. And it's just nice because it's just pulling through that landscaping. And because there's some areas where we're just kind of having to deal with the texture that's here with the grass, I think we just lean into it then. So I'm going to place a tree. This will still feel like very purposefully landscaped because it is going to be a little structured. Actually, I'm not going to do that one there, but I think it'll end up looking really nice. Let's try a little section. Let's see what it looks like. And kind of see how I feel about it. Should we also pull in some grass on these larger? I think so. I almost think I want to do this a little differently. Too many bushes. Okay, let's bring in a rock. I just want to do this a little differently. And then let's bring in a little grass, a little bush like that. And then, I'm liking this so much better already. And then we do like that. We'll do them a little different each time. I think that's nice. Okay. Better, better, better. Yeah. Do. Yep. We're getting somewhere now. We're getting somewhere. Okay, and then what I'd like to do here is go more with the style we've done other places on the edges. So just to kind of nicely line this path here. Okay, it's not gonna let us do that, but that's okay. I'm gonna bring some nice grasses through here. We will do a little bit that. Yeah, because here's the thing. You're up on this hill so you can have like all these nice views. So you don't want really dense, like already there's a good amount of landscaping. So you don't want anything too dense too. If you're walking on this recreational path, you want to kind of want to be seeing what's going on up here. And if you're up here, because you're on the hill, it'll be nice not to have super crazy landscaping. What do you guys think? Oh, hello, Todd. Why don't I use Anarchy mod? Well, it freaks me out. I get easily stressed. Get a little flustered. Like, this game, the reason I love playing it is because it totally zens me out. It decreases my stress. So I use very few mods, and the mods I use, like, you can ask those that have been here for a long time. I had to be talked into quite a few of them. And I know that, like, I have the full capability to learn how to use something new. The thing that made Anarchy not fun for me when I did try to use it was the having to put in the extra brain power, energy, and thought of like, oh, do I have it on accidentally? Oh, I don't want it on here, because that really screws things up. And so it just became a stress point versus something fun. And I realize, you know, that's just me and my special brain. So not that my brain is special in any one way or another, but I think you know what I'm saying. It just ended up stressing me out more than being helpful, is the way I really should have said that. That probably makes more sense, but you know, whatever. I'll actually show you. I use very, it's funny because, like, I'll show you. This is what I use, and I consider this mod heavy. This is it. Like, it took me a lot to be like, all of this. But it works. So, but I think most people that play this game would call this quality of life mods, or mod life, except maybe for like the plop the growable, the Rico thing. I think that's what that is. But yeah. That's just me. And like, I have the line tool, and you can ask people here. I always forget to use it. I'm just so used to hand placing. And also, landscaping just makes me happy. Allows me to totally zone out. So, but that's just me. Okay, you know what I think we need here is like a bigger rock here. Just feel like this area is saying, I should have a big rock. Yeah, I get, but you're fine for asking, because the things that I do, a lot of people are like, oh, well, if you had Anarchy, you could do this or that or the other. And trust me, I watch other players, you know, and sometimes we should put a little red tree for Shannon here. Sometimes I do get a little bit like jelly of like, oh yeah, I could do that if I got comfortable with Anarchy. So anyways, there you go. There's the long and short of it. Yeah, broken stuff is not fun. That's the thing. I would forget, like, I want to just be like flowing and enjoy to play the game, and I would forget, and then it's like, don't use Anarchy here, use it here, and if you use it here, then this breaks, and yeah. So, okay, now we do have a bit more room in this space here, and that makes me feel like maybe we should, or we have the opportunity to do like a little, like a parky park space. We could do like a playground and a gazebo. And like, then we could also do the, I do like the seating area as well. So if we grabbed this seating area. And actually, maybe we put... Yeah. We do that. Let's turn this into the playground, because that's always nice to have. I definitely like making these all look like one, like they're connected. One park space. Like so. Oh yeah, that's nice to have. Okay, let's grab, I actually think a nice big rock here would be good. Okay, and then we can do our little clusters. But that's the thing I also really enjoy about Cities Skylines and the Cities Skylines community in general is, for the most part, like, there's so many different ways that you can play this game, and for the most part everyone just kind of embraces that and is like, cool, you know. Like, sometimes you'll run into people where, like, you're doing that the wrong way. It's like, actually, there's no wrong way. You know, sometimes you will run into those people, but for the most part the community is just like, do your thing. And that's the other thing I like about Cities Skylines 1 that I think is just different for Cities Skylines 2. Cities Skylines 1, depending on the player playing it, it actually can look like a completely different game. Like, in the best way. It's just really fun, you know? I think Cities Skylines 2 is cool, but it definitely has one art style. And I think that's probably a benefit for them. And, you know, going forward, I understand, like, that's really nice to have that be cohesive and feel realistic. One of the things that I do really like about Cities Skylines 1 is the fact that, like, I kind of like a little bit of the cartoonishness of it all, you know? Like, kind of like the really bright colors and a little bit of absurdity, I think is good. But that's just me. But I also do, you know, having the realistic look is really cool too with the City Skylines too. So, okay, I think this blended out really nice. And again, these are the vanilla trees that the map maker put on here, so I'm not going to mess with those. I would do something different, but we're just going to leave that for now. I think this is looking really nice. We have a bit more to go, but like, what an excellent park. And like a cool little place to come, even if there's not a game going. Like, also, just if you lived in the community, who wouldn't want a place like this to take your jog around in the morning or whatever, you know, or on a Sunday or something. I don't know. Very nice. You are welcome, Shannon. I always do rocks for Jen and red trees for Shannon and parking for Greg, but I don't mind. Oh, key walls. Yeah, I do agree that, like, key walls are challenging for me. And yes, anarchy is very nice for that reason, but yeah. Sometimes I feel it's considered more okay, for lack of a better word, to play with mods and play without. Like, no one ever asks why are you using move it, but they ask why you're not. Oh, always. Yes, yes, yes. But I think that really does come from a place of like people seeing you like struggle with something. Like that's when people always ask, is if I'm trying to do something and they're like, you know, you could do this and it'd make your life a lot easier. And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. But I think it comes from a good place, you know? I don't know. But yeah, I have done plenty of stuff with no mods and complete vanilla, and that's really fun too. It's like a whole other challenge. And that can be really fun to like play the game, you know, just no mods, you know, no 81 tiles, no nothing, and have to like put down water pipes and do all the things. I think that's also fun, but it's a different kind of fun. I think vanilla has its own set of challenges, but it does make for, like, it makes the game fun in a different way, more challenging. Okay, this is starting to look really nice. All right, I think we need another big rock over here. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. I think that's nice. All right, now, here's the question. For this back area of the park, do we just want this to be all, maybe we do a path here, but then maybe all the rest of this is just lovely open space. You can, like, you know, if you're coming here on a quiet day when there's not a game, you could come, let your dog run around. You could have a picnic, throw a frisbee, or if the stadium's really full and you still want to be here, like you could see, because this is the low end here, see people like setting up, especially since we don't have tailgating. You could, you know, pull up a blanket, picnic gate it. You could have a picnic. And maybe what we can do then is actually put some little picnic tables around the edge just to kind of like encourage that activity. And then we don't do our clusters in this area and let it just be open park space to be used. I think that is the way to go. And like right here, I could be using line tool, and I always forget to. Every single time. I always forget. I crack myself up. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, let's do some picnic tables. I think, like, that would be really nice. Really, really nice. Let's go to here. I'm thinking these ones. The other thing we could do is there also are these little covered picnic tables, which might be nice because like it's tropical place, the sun's like, that's not a bad thing. The other thing we could do is kind of like create, we've done this before. So if we go and we kind of do, like you've got your covered picnic space. Maybe this is a better table. You've got your other picnic table. We could do, should we do like little, we've done this before. Like grab the little grill. Like you have a little grill back here. Get a couple little chairs. Like make these like little places that you would like rent for the day. You know, you see these at parks all the time where they have like kind of like little gazebo spaces. Bring this down. And then what we can do is do a good old little copy paste. Speaking of using mods to make your life easier. Trash. Get a little trash can here. And then what we could do is also we could bring in a different kind of I mean, these are nice. These give a lot of shade. But I kind of like the idea of doing, remember these good old vanilla OG palm trees? Oh my gosh, too funny. There is this one. These two. These are funny. Too funny. It's too big. I would want a smaller, kind of a smaller tree if we were going to do a tree. These are pretty cute. That's kind of nice, right? If we did that, let's see what a couple of them. Took this, do a little copy, and we just did. Like I want them along the path so they're kind of facing the stadium since that's the kind of the attraction there. That's not bad actually. Like little spots you could call dibs on for the afternoon. And then even when there's not a game going. Little grill out spot. This is the thing, we talked about this the other day. The thing I love about Town to City is everyone interacts with your little things once you put them down. No one will ever sit here. They just will in our imaginations. Oh my goodness. I see a new little icon, but I know that name. I haven't seen you in forever. How are you? So nice to see you. Yeah, Chris says, I played with mods in the beginning and then I watched Biffa play with mods. Haven't played vanilla since. Yeah, sometimes mods just do make your life easier. That's true. That is true. Yep, yep. Pedestrian tailgating. Exactly, exactly. Yes, how are you doing? We all want to know. Fill us in. What's been up? Long time. Long time. Okay. I love that we really just took advantage of this lovely hill and everything's like nicely on this flat spot. Such a great, and you could definitely see, like I would take down a good bunch of these trees just so you could have a nice view all the way down to the water. But we're not going to mess with all that. The map maker put them in there, so we're going to leave them there. But yeah. I think this is great. And what another absolute fantastic park for whatever community is here. I mean, you got all the things. All the things. Let's see if I can get like a nice photo here. Okay, and let's also maybe do this way. That way you can actually see that you're up on a hill. Oh, and we've got Chirper in the background. That's great for a thumbnail. Let's do this one. Take a little photo there. Yes, it has been so long. I always miss streams because of the time difference to today. I got home late. No worries. No worries at all. That's so cool. Yeah, the map maker put this circle here, or this hill circle here, so we just lead into it today. So why not? And we've got a pedestrian only access stadium. Now, I could definitely see, you could definitely flatten out, if one ever so wanted to, flatten out some land here and make like a, you could make like a parking structure over here and make it blend in and look nice. But yeah. So the other thing we need to do here is all of our parks here are connected by these little green belts. So what I need to do is do the same here. So I think it would make sense just to connect into here and meet up with this path over here. So let's do that. We are going to grab this and we are going to grab just like that. And I think, yeah, that's not bad. I mean, this area is very, very hilly for sure. I feel like we could make this a little smoother if we redid it. If we took, let's give ourselves some room here. if we did this size right here, and we came from here, it's not much better, but it's a little better. It's a little better. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I almost like completely freaked out. I swear I felt something crawling on me. And I did encounter a spider this morning. So I was like, But you know, spiders don't normally just go crawling on you. So I'm fine. It was nothing. There was nothing there. I'm proud of myself, how calm I stayed. It's like, ooh. Okay. Crack myself up. All right, that's pretty good. So then we've gone ahead and connected that. And then what we'll do, yeah, so then that's all connected into our green belt in this area. Okay. Everybody, we only have 2 parks left. I cannot believe finally here. Holy smokes. So please, if you're on the Discord, if you have any ideas or anything you want me to do for the final 2 parks, we're going to stream tomorrow, same time, and Monday at the same time. No delivery squirrel. No. That's true, Bobble. Yes. Very true. I mean, that's true for a lot of us. If there's like an update and the mods kind of break it, then it's like easier to play vanilla for a little bit. But yeah, we have 50 parks now, so we just have 2 left to go. We've got plenty of room on the map. Plenty of things we could do. So, and then what we will also do on Monday when we finish our final park is then we will go around and I think we just look at all the parks, all 52 of them, just to admire them for a moment. So we still have some room out here. I could see doing another park out here, but also there's lots of room other places. So if you guys have any ideas, I'll be thinking as well. I don't have a plan for the last 2 parks, like that's concrete. So we can just go with the flow if you guys have an idea at all. I know 50 parks. It's a lot. It's a lot. You are so welcome. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all so much for spending some of your precious holiday weekend time with me. A train park. Ooh, the wheels are turning. Okay, sci-fi park. All right, well, if you have any ideas, drop them in the Discord. That just got my brain itching, though. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you next time tomorrow. Bye.